number 13. So I'll just chart number 13. This is what I have. Direct and inverse proportions. It's page 201 in your textbooks, I think. Yes, it's page 201 of your textbook. So turn to page 201. Before we write anything, I will just discuss what this means. You have studied about proportion, right? आपने पढ़ा हुआ है proportion क्या होता है when there are quantities which are whose ratio is equal. So if you have just Vaibhav. Okay, proportion basically means when two ratios are equal. But as for now, आपने अभी तक जितने भी sums की हैं proportion based, you only knew that proportion stands for equality of two ratios. If you are taking quantities and you find their ratios, and normally in proportion what you have is you have 4 quantities. आपके पास 4 numbers हो सकते हैं, आपके पास 4 quantities हो सकती हैं, and what you do is you take the ratio of the first two and you take the ratio of the last two, means the ratio of first value with the second one and the ratio of the third value with the fourth one, और जो आंसर्स आएंगे उन दोनों रेशियोज के वो इक्वल होंगे, तब हम बोलते हैं कि हमारे पास जो क्वांटिटीज हैं दे आर इन प्रोपोर्शन. But here we are using two words, a direct and inverse, and these words have specific meaning when we will discuss proportion of quantities. So let's start with what direct proportion is. I'll just take an example which is given in your book. It's on page number 202. So right here they're talking about the weight of sugar and the cost. So if somebody has to buy sugar, 1 kg costs 18 rupees, and what they have done, they have made a table where they're trying to find out how much will 3 kg of sugar cost, how much will 5 kg cost, so on and so forth. And what we can observe is every time the ratio between these two values or the quantities stays the same. I'll just discuss this here. This is what we have. So if you can just observe, we have weight of sugar and we have cost. If 1 kg costs 18 rupees, you can find out the cost of 3 kg, 5 kg, 6 kg, 8 kg, 10 kg, whichever quantity is given to you. It's a simple method. You apply unitary method, आपको 1 की value पता है, आप ज़्यादा की निकाल सकते हो. But what's special about these things is there are two things we want to observe. जो quantities हमें यहाँ पे दी हैं, हमें किसी चीज का weight दिया है और उसी चीज की cost दी हुई है. So as the weight is increasing, as the weight increases, the cost is also increasing. This is the relation. अगर हमें ज्यादा शुगर बाय करनी है तो हमें ज्यादा पे करना पड़ेगा, अगर हमें कम क्वांटिटी ऑफ शुगर बाय करनी है तो हमें कम पे करना पड़ेगा. This is the first thing we observe, that with increase in one value, the other one will also increase, or if one of these decreases, the other one will also decrease. I hope this is clear. This is the first thing we want to observe when we are talking about direct proportions. And second thing, the word proportion comes to implement. हमारे पास दो words हैं. The first word that we have is direct. Direct actually means the relation between the quantities is the same. अगर एक वैल्यू इंक्रीज हो रही है तो दूसरी भी इंक्रीज होगी, अगर एक क्वांटिटी डिक्रीज one of the values or the quantities is decreasing, the other one will also decrease. This is called a direct relation, I would simply say. How are the two quantities related to each other? And then we discuss what we understand by proportion. So proportion basically means ratios are equal. So every time you look at the weight and the cost and you try to find out the ratio is the same. So you can just simply observe अगर हम ratio find करते हैं इन दोनों की. For the first time, 1 kg of sugar is bought for 18 rupees. The ratio will be 1:18 in the first case. And then the second time, 3 kg of sugar was bought for 54 rupees. What is the simplified answer for this one? This is also 1/18. And let's consider the third case when 5 kg of sugar was bought for 90 rupees. In this case, also the reduced form is 1:18. So this is what's happening in all of these cases. The ratio is the same. The ratio for all the quantities is same. So generally speaking, if I go back to what I have been given here, now I will look at the examples given in the beginning, introduction part. So look at these examples. So somebody has to go and buy something. Consider articles means objects. Let's consider pens. अगर हमें पेन्स बाय करने हैं या फिर नोटबुक्स बाय करनी है और मे बी समथिंग एल्स इफ यू वांट यू कैन कंसिडर कैंडीज आल्सो. यू कैन कंसिडर कैंडीज आल्सो. आपको कुछ भी खरीदना है तो आपको जितनी ज्यादा चीजें खरीदनी होंगी उतनी ही कॉस्ट इंक्रीज होगी. अगर आपको कम चीजें बाय करनी है तो आपकी कॉस्ट भी कम होगी. Second example they have taken is money deposited in the bank and the interest on that. तो जितने ज्यादा अमाउंट आपका बैंक में डिपॉजिटेड होगा आपको उतना ज्यादा इंटरेस्ट मिलेगा. अगर अमाउंट डिपॉजिटेड इन द बैंक कम है तो इंटरेस्ट भी कम होगा. And then speed of the vehicle and the time taken. Okay, over here. Now this is the case where the situation changes. Here, if you look at the words, the number of articles increases, then cost increases. And in the second example, the money in the bank is more. जितनी ज़्यादा होगी उतना ही ज़्यादा interest होगा. So over here, what we have is the relation between the quantities is direct. So this is an example of quantities which are related to each other directly. Now look at these examples. Now this is the opposite case. They have taken speed and the time taken. So speed of a vehicle increases, the time taken to cover the distance decreases. Suppose you have to go to school from your home. If you walk to school, अगर आप walk करके जाते हो, suppose you take 20 minutes. And then what will happen if you cover the same distance by car? The time taken will reduce because the speed at which you are traveling has increased. That will mean the time taken will be now less. So in this case, when the relation is opposite, आपकी speed increase हुई लेकिन time decrease हो गया. And same case, कोई काम करना है आपको, आप उस काम के लिए जितने लोगों को वहां पे employ कर रहे हो, अगर आप उनका number increase कर दो, suppose किसी काम को करने के लिए, suppose to paint your house, you need 5 people to finish the work in 10 days. कोई काम finish करना है 5 लोग लग रहे हैं. And you want to get the work done in less number of days. आपको काम जल्दी finish करवाना है तो आप क्या करोगे? आप ज्यादा लोगों को लगाओगे. So more the number of workers, less will be the time taken. So this is the relation. Another example which I usually give for this is suppose you were absent from school and now you have to finish your work. So अगर आप अपना काम अकेले पूरा करते हो 5-6 subjects का one by one तो आपको ज्यादा time लगेगा. But instead of you alone doing the work, if you take help of your friend or maybe 2 of your friends, तो आप 3 लोग हो जाओगे काम करने के लिए तो आपका काम जल्दी खत्म हो जाएगा. So more the people who are doing a work, less will be the time taken. So in this case, in last 2 examples, the relation is indirect, opposite. इसको हम बोलते हैं inverse relation. When the quantities or the values which are being discussed in the question have a opposite relation with one another. Direct relation will mean एक चीज में अगर increase हो रहा है तो दूसरी में भी increase होगा. And if one of them decreases, the other one will automatically decrease. They have a similar kind of change in them. Whereas inverse में opposite होगा, एक चीज increase होगी और दूसरी चीज decrease होनी शुरू हो जाएगी. I hope I'm making myself clear. If anyone has any question with respect to what direct and inverse mean here. Anyone who would like to ask anything? All right. Now if we add the word proportion with these two, अगर हम direct के साथ proportion word लगा रहे हैं, तो that means हम in quantities की ratio find करना चाहते हैं. Whichever quantities are given to you, we want to find out their ratio when we are talking about direct proportion. So when we are talking about direct proportion, we want to look at the ratios of quantities which are directly related to each other. So the first thing you would like to observe is कि आपके question में जिन चीजों के बारे में बात की जा रही है, how are they related to each other? If the quantities are directly related to each other, आपका question बनेगा direct proportion का. अगर quantities inversely related हैं, तो आपका question बन जाएगा inverse proportion का. And the way you solve is a little different. तो आपकी solving change होगी. You have to remember this. So the first thing we observe, because in your exercise आपके पास most of the questions are statement sums. So what we want to know is कि जब आप ये sums कर रहे हो, every time you do a statement sum, you have to observe what's given to you. So based on the statement, first thing you want to observe is कि जिन quantities की बात की जा रही है question में, how are they related to each other? If they have direct relation, increase in one means increase in the second quantity, or decrease in the first quantity means decrease in the second quantity, then your question will be of direct proportion. But if increase in one gives you a decrease in the second one, or decrease in the first one gives you an increase in the second one, then the question will be of inverse proportion. And then how to implement this? Let's just go over here. This is something you will have to write down in your notebooks. So over here, this is the definition for the direct proportion that you have. तो अगर हमारे पास दो quantities हैं, जिनमें से अगर एक quantity increase हो रही है और दूसरी quantity भी increase हो रही है, so I'll just simply do this for you. Let's just so this is what we have. I'll just simply let you know. जो हमारी first quantity है उसको हम x से represent कर लेते हैं, और जो हमारी second quantity है, and remember quantity could be a number also, it's not necessary, they will always have a unit. Second quantity or the second value can be represented as y. So we have now multiple values of x and we have multiple values of y. x की आगे बहुत सारी values दी हैं, आपको बहुत सारे weight बताए हुए हैं. तो जो पहली वाली value है उसको हम इस तरह से लिखेंगे x1. The second one can be written as x2. Then third one can be written as x3. Fourth one can be written as x4. Fifth one can be written as x5 and sixth one can be written as x6. जब आप पावर लिखते हो, आप ऊपर नंबर लिखते हो, राइट? ये एक्सपोनेंट्स हैं. बी केयरफुल, ये एक्सपोनेंट्स हैं जो आपने स्क्वायर्स और स्क्वायर रूट्स में किए हैं. जब ये ऊपर नंबर लिखा जाता है, इसको हम बोलते हैं सुपरस्क्रिप्ट. और इस केस में यहां पे इस एक्सरसाइज में हम ऐसे लिख रहे हैं, these are subscripts. आप वाटर का केमिकल फॉर्मूला लिखते हो ना ऐसे. So 2 which is written below the line, this is a subscript. आपको इस तरह से numbers लिखने हैं. Please do not use exponents. Be very careful, exponents मत use करना. हम power नहीं raise कर रहे, हम सिर्फ numbering कर रहे हैं. हमारे पास जो पहली quantity है वो weight है. weight के लिए मैंने variable जो लिया है, मैंने x लिया है, और जितने भी weights मुझे दिए हुए हैं उनको मैं one by one represent कर रही हूँ x के साथ numbers attach करके. So the first weight has been written as x1, the second weight has been written as x2, the third weight as x3, so on. और इनको read ऐसे ही करना है, x1, x2, x3, so on. Anyone who wants to ask anything before I take it further? All right. Then the second quantity has been represented by y. So similar to the quantity represented using x, what I can do is I can also represent these as y1, the first cost. The second cost will be written as y2. The third cost will be written as y3, then y4, y5, and y6. And what I observe here is I have two observations. So observation is जैसे जैसे शुगर का weight increase हो रहा है, cost भी increase हो रही है. This is the first observation. Observation number 1. And then the second observation that I have is the ratio remains constant. Every time you will find out the ratio. आप first quantity की ratio first value के साथ निकालो, second और second value की ratio निकालो, third और third की find करोगे. Ratio हर बार क्या आएगी? Same आएगी, and I showed it to you earlier. अगर मैं x1 और y1 की ratio find करती हूँ, 1 and 18. Then I find the ratio of x2 with y2. The ratio is 3 is to 54, which can be simplified, and it again is 1 is to 18. Then I can find out the ratio of x3 with y3, which is 5 is to 90. This again reduces to 1 is to 18. So this is what it means. The ratio remains constant. सारे के सारे केसेस में सेम रेशो आ रही है हमारी दोनों क्वांटिटीज. So when you have these two observations, the quantities are said to form direct proportion. हम तब बोलते हैं कि हमारी quantities क्या कर रही हैं? They are directly proportionate to each other, or they are said to vary directly. तो यहाँ पे इन्होंने नाम यूज किए आगे जब वो डिफाइन कर रहे हैं. They are just simply using these words कि अगर हमारे पास कोई दो क्वांटिटीज हैं जिनको हम x और y से रिप्रेजेंट कर रहे हैं. Let us say there are two quantities represented by x and y. So what we observe is as the value of x increases, value of y also increases. This is first observation. Second observation is that the ratio does not change, it remains constant. जो ratio आ रही है हर बार वो fixed रह रही है. फर्स्ट केस, सेकेंड केस, थर्ड केस, आपके पास जितने मर्जी केसेस दिए हों हर बार रेशो सेम आनी चाहिए. So same thing they have done here for petrol and the distance covered. अगर 4 लीटर से 60 किलोमीटर कवर हो रहे हैं तो so on हम फाइंड कर सकते हैं to cover 8 how much distance will be covered using 8 liters of petrol or 12 liters or 15 liters, so on. And what you will see is that the ratio every time is 1 is to 15. You can check it if you want. So this is what they're saying. So x and y are in direct proportion when the ratio is fixed. This is what we have. If it's clear, we are going to write this in our notebooks now. Anyone who would like to ask anything? All right. So let's just start with this chapter. Now you can write down in your notebooks. We have a chapter number 13. You can write down the name. So there are two things, the observations that I had told you, that whenever you will speak about direct proportion, you are going to keep two things in mind. As value of x increases, the value of y also increases. And along with this, you can add that if it had been decreases, value of y would also decrease. So in the increases, decreases, decreases. This is the relation that we want to keep in mind. And then second thing is the ratio x over y remains constant. Constant means fixed or same. Is it clear now? Anyone who would like to ask anything? Because now we are going to implement this to solve our sums. All right. Yes, Rudra?
मैम फर्स्ट पॉइंट पे मैम हमने इंक्रीजेस के बाद मैम ब्रैकेट में डिक्रीजेस क्यों डाला है?
बेटा अगर एक वैल्यू इंक्रीज होगी तो दूसरी भी इंक्रीज होगी, लेकिन पॉसिबिलिटी ये भी हो सकती है कि हमारी वैल्यूज डिक्रीज हो रही हैं।
ओके
तो
मैम।
मैंने वो सेकंड पॉसिबिलिटी लिखी है। तो अगर मेरी पहली वैल्यू डिक्रीज करेगी तो मेरी दूसरी वैल्यू भी डिक्रीज होनी शुरू हो जाएगी।
ओके मैम।
Anyone else who would like to ask anything? Everyone has written this. Shall we start with the exercise now?
1 minute.
1 minute. Ma'am, 1 minute.
Okay.
I'm done.
Yes, Anika? So these are the questions we will be doing from this exercise. Question number 4th, 7th, up to, I think it's 10th. It's not 11th, it's 10th. Kindly note it down. The other questions have been deleted. So question number 1 to question number 3, along with question number 5, question number 6, these are deleted. Okay. So I think there are a few students who have not written this, so please, I'll just wait for another minute. By the time the students who have already written this, beta from exercise 13.1, I would like you to take a look at the question that we have to do first. Question number 4. You can just take a quick look at the statement and think about two things. क्वेश्चन में किस चीज के बारे में बात की जा रही है एंड व्हाट काइंड ऑफ रिलेशन दे हैव. This is the first thing we want to observe. So question number 4 over here. A machine in soft drink factory fills 840 bottles in 6 hours. So what are the two things we are talking about? This is the time, and over here is a number of bottles. So these are the two quantities or the values they are talking about in the question. They are saying अगर 6 hours में 840 bottles fill होती हैं तो 5 hours में कितनी bottles fill होंगी. Now if this question had been a simple question, आप इसको unitary method से solve कर लेते. Yes, the simple question of unitary method. आपको 6 hours के लिए number of bottles दी हुई है, आपको 5 hours के लिए find करना है. तो आप 6 hours से पहले 1 का find कर लोगे, फिर 1 से आप 5 पे चले जाओगे. Yes, is that correct? Yes, Rudra.
मैम इसमें प्रोपोर्शन मेथड यूज कर सकते हैं.
हाँ जी, हम यही करने वाले हैं. नाउ अगर ये क्वेश्चन आपका वैसे आता, आपको आप सिंपल क्वेश्चन आपको ये दे दें तो आप यूनिटरी मेथड से सॉल्व कर सकते हो. बट हम क्या करेंगे, हम यूनिटरी मेथड नहीं सॉल्व यूज करेंगे. वी आर गोइंग टू यूज प्रोपोर्शन. एंड सिंस हमारे चैप्टर में 2 तरह के प्रोपोर्शन की बात हो रही है, एक डायरेक्ट और एक इनवर्स, तो पहले आपको बताना है कि जो चीजें यहाँ पे दी हुई हैं, नंबर ऑफ बॉटल्स और टाइम, इनका प्रोपोर्शन कैसा होगा. दिस इज द फर्स्ट थिंग यू वांट टू टेल. And then you can start with the proportion part.
Inverse.
Then you can start with inverse. Think it's like a machine. Machine की speed same रहेगी. अगर 6 hours में 840 bottles fill हो रही हैं, तो अगर हम कम टाइम के लिए मशीन ऑन करेंगे तो bottles की काउंटिंग कम होगी या ज्यादा होगी.
मैम कम होगी.
कम होगी.
अगर हम कम टाइम के लिए मशीन, yes, if the time decreases, हमने टाइम को कम कर दिया, टाइम डिक्रीज कर दिया, काउंटिंग बॉटल्स की काउंटिंग भी क्या हो जाएगी, डिक्रीज हो जाएगी.
मैम डिक्रीज हो जाएगी.
तो अब ये बताओ इनका रिलेशन कैसा है. दे आर गोइंग इन द सेम डायरेक्शन, एक ही डायरेक्शन में जा रहे हैं. सो द रिलेशन इज
डायरेक्ट प्रोपोर्शन.
दिस विल बी डायरेक्ट प्रोपोर्शन. सो दिस इज व्हाट यू वांट टू राइट डाउन फर्स्ट. एंड टू रिप्रेजेंट द गिवन वैल्यूज आई एम गोइंग टू फॉर्म अ टेबल इंस्टेड ऑफ मेकिंग अ स्टेटमेंट. मैं स्टेटमेंट फॉर्म में लिखूंगी नहीं, मैं टेबल बनाकर लिखूंगी. सो जस्ट टू मेक द टेबल आई रिक्वायर्ड दीज number of bottles and time. These will be the headings. So I've got time taken, it will be in hours, and the second thing that I have is number of bottles filled.
मैम ऊपर मैम हेडिंग दे दे कि डायरेक्ट मेथड है.
इसके बाद लिखेंगे बेटा, हम टेबल बनाने के बाद लिखेंगे.
ओके मैम.
तो आपको यहाँ पे अपना फर्स्ट केस लिखना है और यहाँ पे आपको सेकंड केस बताना है. The first time they are saying that in 6 hours 840 bottles are filled. This is the first case. And in the second case they are saying अगर 5 hours होंगे तो कितनी bottles fill होंगी. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to represent the time taken. The time taken is being represented as X. The number of bottles is being represented as Y. So that means this is X1 and this is Y1. And this is X2. Over here, Y2 is missing. This is just a representation. And now we give the answer that this is direct proportion. You can also use the word DP for this. अगर आपको abbreviation use करनी है, आप direct proportion के लिए DP word use कर सकते हो. And how do you know that this is direct proportion?
मैम क्योंकि मैम वो एक ही डायरेक्शन में।
यस, उसको हम डिस्क्राइब कैसे करेंगे? अगर हम अपना क्वेश्चन देखें, पहले 6 आवर्स थे, 6 आवर्स से टाइम कम कर दिया, 5 आवर्स कर दिया, टाइम को कम कर दिया, तो नंबर ऑफ बॉटल्स भी क्या हो जाएंगी? कम हो जाएंगी. दिस इज व्हाट आई हैव रिटन, बिकॉज लेस टाइम मींस लेस विल बी नंबर ऑफ बॉटल्स. इसलिए मुझे पता है ये डायरेक्ट प्रोपोर्शन है. सो फ्रॉम हियर व्हाट आई विल हैव इज x1 over y1 will be equal to x2 upon y2. The quantities in the first case, inky ratio 6 over 840. This ratio will be equal to the ratio of the quantities in the second case. So this would mean that 6 over 840 is equal to 5 over. अब यहाँ पे मेरे पास वैल्यू नहीं है. I'm going to write down y2 because इसकी वैल्यू